days, or the last couple of days of my life, um, I decided to grab my old mate Al and my lovely wife Fee, and we jumped on a plane and headed over to Labuan Bajo, which is about an hour and a half flying due east of Bali, heading sort of towards New Guinea way. And there's thousands of these small little islands, and it's in the archipelago of Indonesia. So it's a province or a part of Indonesia. But let's see if I can switch cameras over. The scenery is just stunning. And what makes this place so incredibly special is it's where they have the incredible Komodo Islands. Now, if you've heard of the Komodo dragon, it's the biggest lizard in the world. And they go in excess of 3 meters long. They're just massive, massive dinosaurs. So we've been over here chasing Komodo dragons and chasing these dinosaurs. Look, we've had absolutely the best time. My mate Katort organised this. Look, it's been a mission for me for almost most of my life to be able to come over here and see this. I can remember seeing David Attenborough doing a special on Komodo Island. I went, oh my God, I would just love to be so close to something so incredible, powerful, so big and so ancient, so the land of the dinosaurs. And I wasn't let down in the slightest. It was overwhelming. It was such a huge thing to be so close to an animal. I was within meters of this creature that could literally rip me in half. Now, I've been close to crocodiles and snakes half of my life. And this thing is a land-based crocodile, but it's got 60 razor-sharp teeth in its mouth, and it can run at 18 kilometres an hour on land. It can get up and hike, man. There's no way in the world you get out of their way if they wanted to nail you. And what makes it worse, all they've got to do is bite you, break the skin, and within 10 days, if you don't get medical treatment, you're dead. And what happens is they prey on things like buffalo and deer, and they jump up and they grab the buffalo in the back legs, especially when the buffalo are wallowing in their mud puddles. The goannas, or the giant big Komodo dragon, will sneak underwater like a crocodile, bite them on the back legs or around the bum region, and they get horrible infections. And within about 7 to 10 days, the buffalo has got such blood poisoning and such a horrible infection that they fall over, and the rest of the Komodos just come up and they rip it to bits. Oh my God! It's just to be that close to something that's an absolute wild animal. It's not in a zoo. It's not behind a glass. It's not with any protection other than some rangers there with some little forky sticks, and it's pretty special, I tell you what. So with the tour, there's my tour guide just here. He's crazy. Mills has been with us, and what happened? So they picked us up we flew to the airport, an hour over to where am I? I don't know. To Komodo National Park, and so they took us to the harbour. We jumped on one of these. I don't know if you can see the boats over there. I'm going to do a whole series of vlogs, but see those tour boats there? They're like a little miniature cruise boat. There's a whole heap of them. They're like sort of a bit like junks or something, multi-level. We had a bit of a smaller one. We actually had a personal cruise. So there was 3 of us, Fee, my lovely wife, there was my old mate Alan, and myself, and there was 5 people in the crew, including our tour guide. And we sailed all the way across to one of the 5 islands that these Komodo dragons live on, and we saw two dragons that day. One was the biggest one we actually got to see. Stinking hot over there, so during the middle of the day you don't see too much. But we saw buffalo, we saw deer, we saw heaps of waterfowl and other birds, and we're actually on the island walking around outside of the cage. Now the funny thing is they put the cage for the guests to keep us safe. It's like going to Jurassic Park. It's like special. We went to a few other places. We saw the bats flying out. There are millions and millions of bats filling the sky. We went to a place called Pink Beach. We went back to Komodo Island. We parked up overnight on the boat. Had just an incredible time. The food was very local and really, really beautiful. And the staff and the tour guide was absolutely 1,000,000% awesome. So look, I've got about probably 2 or 3 days worth of vlogs. We actually stayed 2 nights and 2 nights, 3 days over here. We're getting ready to just having some lunch now. We're going to go to the markets, do a bit of shopping. Then we're going to head to the airport. Oh, look. Travel the world. I've worked on cruise ships and been right around the cruise and through the states and stuff. I have never had 3 days of my life that I've enjoyed quite the same as this. It's another world, and it's just beautiful, and everything about the place has just been phenomenal. So thanks so much to from KW Tours, because he has set this up. He's got everything from the minute we got on a plane to the minute we got here, all sorted out. Accommodation and meals, everything supplied. Anything we need, a bit of spending money, and I would recommend take some tip money, like $5, $10 notes, because, or 50, 100,000 rupiah, because these guys work bloody hard for their money. In fact, so much so, old Alan's a bit mobility impaired, and walking around on the island was a bit tough for him. So I suggested, how about we get a wheelchair for your second trip, because we had a couple of days trekking on the island. It was a bit tough. This morning we woke up, had the most incredible breakfast in a motel. We had a beautiful resort on the water, and we had a beautiful breakfast, and then they took me and Fee, Al's knees weren't up to it, they took us up to this limestone cave, which used to be underwater, and you can see fossilised turtles and coral and stuff in the rocks above your head, but they're massive, massive stalagmite caves. So that was, like, in itself, just to understand how far up you are and how high, and the fact that that was all underground or underwater one day. The world's a very, very interesting place. Like, what you take as for granted, the land bridges and stuff that used to be here, and the fact you could walk almost from Asia across to Australia once upon a time. It's just, it's mind-blowing. It really is mind-blowing when you see stuff like that. The top of a mountain, you get a cave that's all limestone, so it's been dripping for millions of years to get these massive, massive big stalactites and stalagmites. And then you see a skeleton from an underwater sea turtle, and you see oyster shells and stuff like that all over it. And you go, wow, this is ancient, but it's so different to what it was. Anyway, look, guys, I'm going to have me lunch. I'm just buzzing so much about this tour that I just had to pop in and say g'day. I'll be back home, and I'll start to put the first of the Komodo Island series up online. We've done so many videos lately about retiring in Bali and about living in Bali, and there's more to come. There's some really important subjects to talk about, including insurance, including medical, and we've sort of touched on a few of them. And there's some exciting news that we're going to be putting together as well soon. But in the meanwhile, half of my job is talking about Bali and talking about this local area and giving you a chance to know where's a great place to go, what's a great place to do when you come over here. Well, look, I'll tell you what, if you've got an extra few days, if you've got 10 days booked in Bali, spare 3 of them for the Komodo Island tour. Go and see Ketut, KW Tours, because he puts the best package together I can imagine. Like I said, I've done hundreds of tours, and nothing beats this by a stretch. So thanks for being a part of this part of the journey. I'm going to sit down to some, what have I got? I've got some deep fried calamari. I've got some prawns in garlic. How's your steak, Al? Oh, here he is. Where's Al's?
This is totally different to the a steak and pepper sauce.
Right, there we go.
But they put the pepper on, then you get the onion and the tomato.
Nice.
And it's bloody nice.
And Fee's got, is that like a nasi campur or something?
No, ayam bakar is a grilled chicken with
lots of sambal and some rice. And here's my prawns and calamari. So, guys, I will leave you to it. Thanks for popping in and seeing what we're up to. Keep us coming with all the comments. The exciting news is, the big announcement is we're about 40 people off making 20,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed already, you probably don't know the way I'm even talking live, but if you haven't subscribed, for God's sake, hit those subscription buttons. By the end of today, we'll have hit 20,000. That's a massive, massive milestone for someone who 2 years ago didn't have a YouTube channel, and all I had was a little camera and a lot to do.
52 or 54.
So, thanks for coming. Thanks for being a part of the journey. Thanks for following what we're doing. We're trying to do as much as we can to enjoy life, honestly, to bring some mates of mine along. Alan's had the absolute trip of his life, and also to inspire you guys to come over here and have a great time as well. So, thanks for everything. And as usual, cheers, bottoms up. See you when you get here. Bye. I can't ever turn this bloody live thing off, Anil. I'm stuck again. Where's the button? Oh, come on, Muzza. Turn this bloody thing. There we go. I'm screwed.